I see the parking spot is over here. Even still, I'll probably have to move if this poor person comes out again. But there's our bridge and our little tiny bit of snow, but it is coming down. Ooh, okay, I guess we're stopping here. Excuse me. It is coming down and it's gonna keep coming. So that's our cool little bridge over there. Oh, hey, where'd my thing to turn around go? Oh. So yeah, there we are, back in the Jeep. It's snowing out, and it's supposed to snow a crazy amount over the next, well, not crazy. I mean, 5 to 10 centimeters is what they're saying. So, you know, we're going to get a decent snow. The thing is that it's, what was I going to say? Oh, the snow. It was, this sort of snow doesn't usually come this early for us. We get a lot of snow. I've said snow like 15 times in one sentence. We get a lot of snow usually after December. White Christmas is one of those happy surprises around here. Like, we get them, I would say, as a rule, about 70% of the time. So it's always a bummer when Christmas isn't white. But yeah, so it's... I am so distracted this morning. I don't know what that is. Because you know what? I hadn't planned on doing this. That's what it is. My brain is like everywhere. I've got 2 craft shows this week, which is why you haven't heard from me, because I've been making and making and making. My last craft show went really, really well, which was awesome. I've been doing craft shows off and on for the last, I'm going to say 5 years. And it's been, well, I've never been really committed to them, and I should be, because things sell, and that's good. And before, about 5 years ago, I was crocheting. I did things like these hats and things like that, and I still like to do that, but it's really time consuming, and to make one hat would take me like a day. There are other crocheters out there that can whip these things out, like probably do 3 or 4 in a day. And you know, you can stay, and it's great because you can like sit on the couch and you can crochet and that. But I would find that I would, you know, so I'd like watch a movie and get things going and that. But I would find that I wouldn't enjoy it because it was stressful. I'd have orders that I'd had to fill, and there'd be like 20 of them on a page, and I'd go, oh God, I'm never going to get these done, you know? So something that had started out being fun and something I enjoyed, what became something that was, you know, kind of stressful and too much demand. So I was still doing the craft shows with the crocheted items, and I was trying to find things that were smaller and easier to get together. And, you know, I would still like go because I enjoyed doing the craft shows themselves, but the amount of work that went into producing the items, and then to have them not sell and still be bundled up in the basement and that sort of thing, I found it really frustrating and rather defeating. So that's when I discovered the soaps. And so what I was doing was I'd made some soaps to go in some crocheted, soap cozies. So they're like these little like washcloths, but they go around the soap and you tuck the soap in. That was how the soap kind of got discovered, because I was at this craft show and I had made these soap cozies, and there was a lady across the way from me, and she was selling soap. So I thought, well, hey, cross promotion. So I went over to her and I was like, hey, why don't I take a couple of your soaps, put them in my soap cozies, and I'll bring a couple of your business cards over to my table. And when people ask about the soap, I'll be like, oh, well, this lady over here made them. And then I'll leave a couple of my soap cozies on your table, and you can try to sell them to go along with your soap. And you can be like, hey, that chick over there made the soap cozies. I thought it was a genius idea. I thought, you know, we'll got people coming from different directions. I'm just looking around. It's the snow falling on my Jeep top. Keeping an eye on the time. Remembrance Day assembly is today, so I'm going to go back up to the school, which is just at the bottom of the street, and watch my kids' Remembrance Day thing. So I just want to be sure that I'm not late for that, but I've got lots of time for that. So, but anyway, so, you know, I thought it was a great idea, cross promotion, all that sort of thing. And she was like, no, I don't do stuff like that. And I was like, you don't promote your stuff? And she's just like, no, I don't like being affiliated with other things, because what if your product isn't that good? And I'm like, it's a soap cozy. What if your product isn't that good? But anyway, so it just irked me. I was like, oh, I used the word irked. I feel old. But anyway, it did. So I went home and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make my own soap to put inside my soap cozies. So I had just, I had made at the time just some melt and pour soaps to go in, and it was fun and it was cute. And but when I made it, I made 20 of them in one go. And I was like, wow, that's cool. And the soap cozies sold because they had soap in them, because people like the soap. So then I think I explained to you before about how I'm me. I have to figure out how to do it solid. So I figured out how to make what's the word, called cold process. There's some people walking up and I'm like, squirrel. And I see people coming, so I got distracted. But yeah, so I started making the soaps, and then realizing that, the amount of time going into producing them is a lot more effective. So I started making the soap. I am now distracted because there's an entire walking group of people coming by here. So they're going to see me talking, but that's okay. That's cool. But anyway, so yes, so I made a bunch of soap, and then people were liking the soap, and then I made the first cold process soap I made was a pumpkin soap, and it was really popular. Hi people. So so I made all these soaps and it sold really well. And so then that's kind of how it went. So I still crochet, but I do it more for myself. I love to curl up on the couch with a movie and make a hat. Or if somebody really wants me, like a girlfriend of mine, I made her a scarf a while ago. And it was actually with arm knitting. I don't know if you've ever seen that. You literally knit on your arms. So it's big and loopy and really chunky. And she just messaged me this week to say that she pulled her scarf out of storage, and it turned out her husband had washed it in the washing machine and it had unraveled, and he just shoved it in the bag so that he wouldn't get caught. And so she just found it and she's all devastated because she really liked it, and it's really simple to make. That one doesn't take a really long time to make. So I said I'd go this week and get some stuff. So I'm going to pick out a movie and sit on the couch and make her a scarf. So, but no, I'm not going to do that this week because I have 2 craft shows that I have to get done. So yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a distracted week. How I'm talking now is pretty much how I've been all week, because I'm trying to think of all the things I need to get done, and I'm trying to accept the things that I can't get done. Wow, I sound like I'm at a meeting or something. Hi, I'm Mary Kate, and I'm a crafter, and I have to accept the things that I can't get done. But things did go really well at that craft show. So I wanted to step up my production so that I had more product for the one craft show. And then I thought, oh geez, and then I've got one 2 days later, which doesn't give me a lot of time because even things like bath bombs, I need 24 hours for them to set, for them to firm up and be rock hard. So, I need that extra time, and I could essentially come home from this craft show tomorrow, make a whack load of stuff overnight, and let it sit all day the next day, and then go, because I go to Tuesday's a craft show, and then Thursday's a craft show. So I do have a little bit of making time in between, but I'd rather not be stressing last minute about that. So I'm trying to kind of make double the amount, so I'm not going to have to replace a bunch of stuff on Thursday. But I don't know how that goes. I know me, and I know that I'm probably going to be making more stuff on Wednesday because that's just how I am. I'm a procrastinator. I've actually done really well this season. This is the first craft show season. We've looped back around that I've taken seriously. When I was doing the crochet stuff, I did a couple of them that I did really I was really committed to, but because of the production time that I was telling you about with the crochet, I never felt like I had enough stuff on my table. I never set up at a craft show and was yes, I've got it. It looks great. Welcome to my shop. Let's buy some stuff. This past one, I felt that. I had everything set up. I looked great. I don't mean I looked great too, but that's not what I mean. I just feel the display was awesome. It was on point. I looked like I knew what I was doing. I had lots of product. I had everything I needed. People knew who I was when they came in. They were looking for me. And I sold a lot of stuff, which was great because it's just a little tiny craft show. Now, this next craft show I might go to tomorrow, and it might be a bust. I might not sell anything. But that's okay, because I know I've got the ability to do well. I've kind of been doing better with this stuff. I've been promoting myself. I've had people asking me to come to their shows. So I'm taking it seriously, and I'm wanting to take it more seriously. So does that make any sense? So yeah, so hi, how are you? I know I have a couple of little clips before that I'll probably like throw in. So it's a little mishmash of a thing. We've got some time. I didn't bring my mittens. I was thinking maybe I'll take you for a little walk and show you this thing, but I don't have my mittens, but maybe that's okay. Maybe I'll just, it's not that cold out. It's like -1 degree. Ooh, I heard that wind though. It's a little chilly. Maybe we'll go for a quick walk across the bridge and I'll show you what that looks like. I don't have a selfie stick, so it's going to be a bumpy ride. But it might be kind of fun just to kind of show you what that bridge looks like. I swear, yeah, I turned this around the last time, but I don't see that option this time. I don't know. I think I did a phone update too, so, or I'm using a different program and I don't remember that I used a different program. That's possible too. Anyway, what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, I was just saying that I was really busy and that's why you haven't heard from me. I'm not apologizing. We've done this back and forth a couple of times and you keep saying, oh, there's a pretty cardinal over there. Hi, pretty cardinal. Sorry, I am so distracted. I really can't, and I won't turn it because my windshield is like all covered in snow right now. But he just kind of hopped up in the bushes and I really like cardinals. I'm one of those people that believes when you see a cardinal, it's like a loved one visiting you. So hi, loved ones. But anyway, I'm not like crazy about it, but I just think it's a nice thought. So, and I'm missing a few people in my life. So it's cool to see a cardinal every so often. I get to guess which one it is. Anyway, I'm not like, wow, there's a deep conversation. I'm not like deeply spiritual, I guess. I have my beliefs, but I'm not like hardcore or one of these people that believes that I believe it, so you should too. So I don't go around like touting my beliefs or talking about them too much. I just like the whimsical things. I love things like little cardinals popping up. That's all. Wow, I distracted myself again. Squirrel. Oh yes, I wasn't going to apologize for my a late reply because, as you said, that's how letters go. I mean, letters, I have a stack of letters sitting at home. I get about 1 a week out right now. And there was 7 on my desk the other day, and I think I've got 6 now. And I haven't been up to the mailbox to get more. So I'm sure there's more. And that's okay, because I like that. It's funny because there's a pen pal group on Facebook and that I'm part of, and I'm not very active on it. I post here and there, and I post an ad every so often just to, kind of like, I think that's how, no, you posted the ad on Reddit. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's do that. But yeah, on Facebook, I find the Reddit one is more laid back. The Facebook group one is very typical of Facebook. I mean, I love Facebook, but I think you get a big group of people together and there's always that group of people that complain. I was just on it this morning and there was somebody that was like, I wrote 12 letters yesterday and I have none today. How come nobody's writing me? I guess nobody likes me. And I'm like, that's not how it goes. Like, it's snail mail. The whole point is that it takes a really long time, that you sit down at your leisure and you write letters. And that's the fun part. You curl up with your mug of coffee, me, a glass of wine. And, you get your papers out and your cool pens or whatever. I mean, you could just write regular paper, regular pens. But whatever it is you like to do, I usually have some sort of show going on in the background. Not usually a movie because, I want to be able to pay attention to what I'm writing. So I usually put something fluffy on in the background, maybe even some music. But, usually it's TV. I admit it. And I just curl up and I'm like, when I know I've got like an hour to like sit there and write, and I don't always, especially this time of year, I don't always have an hour to sit down and write. So, it's kind of funny to me that I think the people that are complaining want the immediacy of text, but are charmed by the idea of getting, they want people to put stuff in their mailbox. But I don't think they're kind of grasping the concept that it takes a really long time. That was why I had so many pen pals when I was younger, because I'd get impatient and I'd want more letters. So I'd write more letters. But I really liked writing the letters too. And I think I had responded to the one post today and I was like, you have to understand that it's a give and take, and you have to enjoy writing as much as you do receiving. If you just enjoy the receiving, if it's like super fun to get the letters, but you don't really like writing them, then it's not going to work, you know, because you're going to get a bunch of letters and you're going to be super excited that you get them, but then you're going to be like, I don't want to write these letters back. And you're going to like quickly dash them out, and then they're not going to be as enjoyable for those people to receive them. So then they're not going to write back as much. So it has to be fun both ways. This is fun both ways, I gotta say. You were asking if I thought this was working. And yeah, I think it is. I really like it. Because of the immediacy of posting the video, I do feel like there's a little bit of a, oh geez, you know, it's something, because I check every day. Once I post a video, I like check almost, you know, like within 12 hours, well, not even 12 hours. I'll be like, oh, did he write back right away? And I know you're probably doing that too. And I know that it's totally fine to take a few days to do it, to take a week to do it. But, you know, it's exciting to get a new letter. So, you know, but it's on my mind. And I think there's going to be times where these letters are really frequent. And then there's going to be times that there aren't. And right now with these craft shows, it's not going to be as frequent. But yeah, I might include the video from my last craft show, but I didn't direct it at you. I kind of did a, hey, come on down to our show kind of thing. And it's not very long, and you can kind of see the chaos of what's going on. So maybe I'll include that here just so you can see. So I'll preface this by saying, hey, I didn't write this. Yeah, I didn't write this for you kind of thing. But just so you can see, you know, me like going around and doing my thing, and that'll be fun. You know what? I'm going to take a quick walk. It's 9:14 right now. I don't know why you need to know the time. I'm telling myself that so that I know that I can get back to the school in time. Let's go across the bridge and see what it looks like. And yeah, cool. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, bye. Okay, so here we are. Now I'm really conscious of people paying attention to me. But yeah, it's snowing out. There's the Jeep. And yeah, I can't turn it around. Okay, so we're gonna go for a walk. I gotta show you this place. I think I was starting to show it to you. Oh, no dumping. There, can you see the house in the background? Oh, it's so cool. I really wanted that house. Like, I think I was telling you, I had like a greenhouse and stuff included in it. It was really, really cool. So there's this neat path here. This is the path that's on the way to that bridge. Here's the bridge. Can you see it? I don't know. Anyway, there's a way to turn this around. I swear that I could turn around last time. Oh, it's chilly out. I should have brought my mittens. Okay, so it's going to be a short walk. But yeah, so I am enjoying this. I think it's working out really well. I wanted to ask, when you came back around that last time, see there's some paths off this way too. Path. When you came back, were the grapes in the speaker still sitting there? I was watching the video to see if I could see them. I think they were gone by the time you came back. I was really curious to see, was that like a little trap to see if they could catch people? Somebody starts eating the grapes and they like keep them. So here's another spot. So this path here goes off into the woods, and it follows the Thames. So this is our Thames. Oh, I'll show you when we get closer. Yeah, it's the Thames. And here's our bridge that we're coming up on. I'm sure this person's like watching me going like, what the hell? There's no person actually around here, but anyway. So yeah, our little water that comes around here is called the Thames because we're London. So, you know, I have a craft show at Covent Garden Market a couple weeks from now. So yeah, this is our Thames. And it gets pretty big in some places, never as big as the actual Thames. And here's our bridge that we're gonna walk across. But it's a nice little spot. Actually, it looks very similar to the bridge that you were walking across. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it was a nice video. I loved the walking area that you had. Seeing the snow was up my feet. We're nice and snowy today. But yeah, this is supposed to keep up all day, and we're expecting 5 to 10 centimeters. That I can't convert for you. You're gonna have to figure that out. I think it's maybe a couple inches. I'm not really sure. But so it's a really neat walking area. There's a bunch of trails around here. You can go in all different directions. This one spot, I'll take you. I'm not going that way this time because it's I don't like going by myself. I know that sounds silly, but I get a little creeped out going by myself because it's under that much cover, and I don't know, it just seems like it would be a great setting for a murder mystery. but it's really beautiful. There's this crazy bridge in the middle of the woods and stuff. One time when I go with hubby and kids, well, I'll bring you along. So we're on the other side of the bridge. But yeah, here's an example of the woods that start out. It's really cool. So we're gonna walk back towards the Jeep now because, you know, like I say, I'm cold and it's getting later for that. Yeah, the Remembrance Day assembly. So my little girl she's singing a song at the front of the school. She's in grade, she's in grade 2. And then my son is in grade 5 and I think they are reciting in Flanders Fields. And they'll do a little you know, the moment of silence, and they always have some sort of video where they show, you know, all of they play a song and it's all very emotional. And I always get really emotional because my grandfather, of all things, because my parents were older and so were my grandparents. My grandfather fought in the First World War, not the second, the first. He was at Vimy Ridge, and so I remember being a little girl and my grandfather being at those things, and it was a big deal because everybody else's grandfather was in the Second World War, but mine was in the first, so it was kind of cool. And it was a big deal to my dad. So a few years ago, I brought him to the Remembrance Day ceremony at the school. And wow, I'm getting emotional. Okay, no, sorry. I'm not getting emotional. No, I'm not. Okay. So he really liked it and it was a big deal for him, and he's not here now. So, okay, moving on. I don't want to cry in videos. Good Lord. Sorry, I lost Dad last year. You know that. Any more cardinals around here? Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's an emotional thing for me, and I always get so I'm probably going to be crying like a silly little girl at this Remembrance Day thing. So it'll be a long day. Then I go home and make bath bombs. Gotta make a bunch of bath bombs. Oh, my hands are cold. Okay. So yeah, see, I got distracted. So there's our bridge. Wow, I didn't think I'd get all emotional telling you that. That's random. But anyway, it's cool. So there you go, our first emotional letter. Yay! All right, well, I'm getting back to the Jeep now. So I'm going to pause this for now. And yeah, here's another, I'll show you. So the road that I pulled off on. So we've got the bridge, my hair doing something funky. And then we've got this cool other road. And I don't know if I told you about, maybe I'll tell you about that. I gotta get back in the Jeep though, so. And I gotta climb under a bush. Hang on, woo! Okay, so, oh yeah, I locked the Jeep. Okay, give me a moment. I'll tell you about the cool road over here. Whew, okay, so yeah. All right, we're back. I'm no longer emotional. It's good. Now, I just stopped the video for just long enough to get in. My hands are, okay, sorry. It said low battery mode and came up. Excuse the, anyway. Cool road off to the side. So I pulled up there when that truck was coming out the last time, remember? We were doing the whole driving thing. If you keep going up that road, it's a weird little spot. So I'm not sure what happened with the zoning around here, or they just can't. So there's like little houses around here, but they're almost like little farmhouses. Like the properties are really big. It's not like a city lot by any means, but like a block away, it's all city. Like we're not in the heart of my city, but we're in a good little section of the city. So it's, you know, it's urban around here. Sorry, cold. And, sorry, just thinking of my time. But anyway, but this little section over here is really like farmland. It's, in fact, the one spot up towards the end of this road is an old farmhouse, and then I guess the people like rent it out, or I don't know what they did with the land. They've loaned it, and it's called Urban Roots, and it's a community garden, but it's more than that. It's run by a certain spot, so it's not like you can come down and just like farm it. It's it's an actual farm, vegetables and a bunch of stuff. And you come down and it's like a work share thing. So if you come down and work the farm, spend a couple hours during the week, you can take home a box of vegetables at harvest time. We weren't able to get to it this summer because they had only just started it this summer. And every time they were having some sort of get together or, work day, we were at the camper. But I really want to be involved with it because it just seemed really cool that they did this. So, and they would have a market later in the season when they started getting fruit and vegetables, not really fruit. They set up a roadside stand and they have like a market, and you can go and you can buy stuff from there, and it's a real little sense of community, and it's just this cool little thing, and I believe it's run by the city. I don't think it's private. It's just really cool. So I was talking to the one person and saying like how I want to get involved with it. So like next summer I'm gonna have the kids come down because it's like 3 blocks. Sorry, a squirrel just went like running by me. It's like 3 blocks from where we live. So it's a really funky little thing. And I think the kids would get a lot out of it because they grow their own vegetables and we can cook with them and stuff like that. But it's like a CSA, I guess, community service. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, it's really cool. So that's just down this road here. So this whole little pocket here is like a really funky little spot. And I'm sure at some point it won't be anymore. You see all the for sale signs as I was walking around. It's going to be parceled off, and I'm sure apartment buildings are going to be stuck up here, and we're going to lose what cool little spot we've got here. But for now, it's really cool. So that's my little information for now. I've recovered. There you go. We're friends. I've warbled in front of you. I didn't quite cry, but I got warbly. How it is with friends, right? So I hope you're having a good day. I think I will end it here so that I can like send it. And yeah, we'll chat more soon, because I don't think I really got through everything that you talked about in your letter, because I wasn't prepared to do this. We're low battery again. Cool. But yeah, so I will watch your video again, and I'll actually compose something that has to do with what you've said. But I wanted to get something out to you because I've been super busy and haven't taken the time to just sit and say hello. So hi. And we'll talk soon, okay? Hope you're having a great week. What is this? Yeah, this is Monday. So have a great week, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.